Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a journey to unlock a profound secret that will empower you to manifest your desires with a swiftness you may have never thought possible. This secret, though simple, holds the key to transforming your life in ways that will leave you in awe. The essence of this secret lies in a simple yet profound principle: let no one worry you. Yes, you heard that right. Let no one worry you, and the world will bend to your will. To understand the depth of this principle, we must first acknowledge the immense power of our thoughts. Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, shapes the reality you experience. Your mind is not merely a passive observer of the world, it is the very architect of your reality. The world you see around you is a reflection of the inner world you have cultivated in your mind. Now consider this: if your thoughts are the blueprint of your reality, what happens when those thoughts are clouded with worry, fear, or doubt? The answer is simple but profound: your reality mirrors that worry, fear, and doubt. You attract into your life the very things you wish to avoid because your mind, being the powerful creator that it is, manifests what it is most focused on. This brings us to the crux of our discussion today. If you wish to manifest faster, if you wish to see your desires come to fruition with ease and speed, you must learn the art of letting go of worry. You must learn to trust in the power of your own thoughts and the boundless possibilities that lie within your mind. We often fall into the trap of believing that our circumstances dictate our thoughts and emotions. We allow external events, the opinions of others, and the challenges we face to determine how we feel and what we think. But I tell you, this is an illusion, a grand deception that keeps you chained to a life of limitation. The truth is that your circumstances are the direct result of your inner state. The outer world is but a mirror reflecting the inner landscape of your mind. When you understand this truth, you gain the power to change your reality from the inside out. You realize that no external circumstance, no opinion of others, and no challenge can have any power over you unless you allow it to. This is where the principle of let no one worry you becomes crucial. When you refuse to let others' opinions, judgments, or negative energy affect you, you maintain control over your inner world. You keep your mind clear, focused, and aligned with your desires. And in doing so, you accelerate the process of manifestation. Now let us delve into the secret that will allow you to manifest faster than you ever thought possible. It begins with the understanding that your mind is a creative force, and whatever you impress upon it will be expressed in your reality. But here is the key for your desires to manifest quickly. Your mind must be free from any interference, especially the interference of worry. Worry is like a thief in the night. It sneaks into your mind, steals your peace, and sabotages your manifestations. When you worry, you are essentially telling your mind that you do not trust in its power to create. You are sending mixed signals to the universe, and as a result, your manifestations are delayed or distorted. But when you let go of worry, when you trust fully in the creative power of your mind, you create a clear channel through which your desires can flow effortlessly into your reality. You align yourself with the natural flow of the universe, and everything you desire begins to manifest with ease. Letting go of worry is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that problems do not exist. It is about recognizing that you have the power to shape your reality, regardless of the circumstances. It is about cultivating a deep and unshakable trust in the process of manifestation. One of the most effective ways to let go of worry is to focus on the end result you desire, rather than the obstacles in your path. When you focus on what you want, and you imagine it as if it is already yours, you engage the creative power of your mind in a positive and constructive way. You shift your attention away from the problem and onto the solution. And in doing so, you open the door for that solution to manifest in your life. Another powerful technique is to practice the art of detachment. Detachment does not mean you stop caring about your desires. It means you release the need to control how and when they will manifest. You trust that the universe will bring your desires to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. This trust, this sense of surrender, is what allows your desires to manifest quickly and effortlessly. Faith plays a crucial role in the process of manifestation. When you have faith in the power of your mind, when you trust in the process, you create a powerful energy that propels your desires into reality. Faith is the antidote to worry. It is the assurance that no matter what happens, your desires will manifest in due time. But faith is not something you can force. It must be cultivated, nurtured, and strengthened over time. One way to build faith is through daily affirmations. Affirm to yourself that your desires are already manifesting. Speak words of power and conviction over your life. Say things like, I am a powerful creator and everything I desire is manifesting now. Repeat these affirmations until they become a part of your belief system. Another way to build faith is through meditation. Take time each day to quiet your mind, to connect with the deeper part of yourself that knows all things are possible. In this state of deep relaxation and inner stillness, you can reinforce your faith in the creative power of your mind. Your self-concept, how you see yourself, plays a critical role in your ability to manifest quickly. If you see yourself as someone who is always struggling, always facing obstacles, then that is the reality you will create. But if you see yourself as a powerful creator, as someone who effortlessly manifests their desires, then that is the reality you will experience. To change your self-concept, you must first become aware of the negative beliefs you hold about yourself. These beliefs may be subtle, but they can have a powerful impact on your reality. Once you identify these beliefs, you can begin to replace them with positive, empowering beliefs. For example, if you believe that you are not worthy of success, you must replace that belief with the truth that you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer. If you believe that manifesting is difficult, you must replace that belief with the truth that manifesting is easy and natural. As you work on changing your self-concept, you will notice that your reality begins to change as well. You will find that your desires manifest more quickly and with greater ease. Your imagination is the workshop of your mind, where all your desires are created. When you use your imagination to visualize your desires as if they are already real, you activate the creative power of your mind. You send a clear and powerful signal to the universe that this is what you want, and the universe responds by bringing it into your reality. But here's the secret to manifest faster. Your imagination must be free from the clutter of worry and doubt. When you imagine your desires, do so with a sense of joy, excitement, and certainty. See it, feel it, believe it, and then let it go, trusting that it will manifest in the perfect way and at the perfect time. The more vividly you can imagine your desires, the more powerfully you will attract them into your life. Use all your senses in your imagination. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the emotions. Make your imagined reality so real in your mind that it feels as if it is already happening. Resistance is another form of worry. It is the energy you give to what you do not want. When you resist something, you give it power over you. You create a barrier between you and your desires. But when you practice non-resistance, you allow your desires to flow to you naturally and effortlessly. Non-resistance does not mean you ignore challenges or pretend that problems do not exist. It means you do not give them more energy than they deserve. It means you stay focused on your desires, even in the face of challenges. You trust that everything is working out for your highest good, and you refuse to let anything or anyone disturb your peace of mind. Gratitude is a powerful force that accelerates the manifestation process. When you are grateful for what you already have, you send a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and in doing so, it opens the door for more blessings to flow into your life. Make it a daily practice to express gratitude for all the good in your life. Be thankful for the small things as well as the big things, and be grateful in advance for the manifestations that are on their way to you. This attitude of gratitude will raise your vibration and attract your desires to you with greater speed and ease. Let us return to the principle that underpins this entire discussion: let no one worry you. When you master this principle, you master the art of allowing. You allow your desires to flow to you effortlessly, without the interference of worry, doubt, or fear. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape the world you experience. Let no one worry you. Stand firm in your faith, trust in the process, and watch as your desires manifest faster than you ever thought possible. The secret is within you, and the power is yours to command. Now go forth and create the life you have always dreamed of. When you let go of worrying, you allow yourself to fully assume the feeling of your desire being already fulfilled. By living in the end as though your desire has already manifested, you align your inner state with the reality you wish to create. This powerful alignment speeds up the manifestation process because the universe mirrors back to you the reality that corresponds to your dominant thoughts and feelings. To practice the law of assumption, begin by visualizing your desired outcome as if it's already a fact. Feel the emotions associated with its realization: joy, relief, gratitude, and maintain this feeling throughout your day. By consistently assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you create a vibrational match to your desires, drawing them into your life with remarkable speed. Your mental diet is just as important as the food you eat. Just as a healthy diet nourishes your body, a positive mental diet nourishes your mind and spirit. A mental diet involves being mindful of the thoughts you entertain throughout the day. If you allow negative thoughts, worries, or doubts to dominate your thinking, you hinder your ability to manifest your desires quickly. To improve your mental diet, start by becoming aware of the thoughts that occupy your mind. Whenever you catch yourself worrying or thinking negatively, gently redirect your thoughts to something positive. Affirmations can be a powerful tool here. Repeat positive statements such as, "I am in control of my thoughts and my life," or "everything is working out perfectly for me." Over time, these affirmations will become ingrained in your subconscious, helping you maintain a positive mental state that accelerates manifestation. Persistence is key to mastering the art of manifestation. It's not enough to think positively or feel good for a few moments each day. You must consistently hold your desired outcome in mind, regardless of external circumstances. This continuity of thought and feeling is what separates those who manifest their desires quickly from those who struggle. Persistence requires discipline and determination. You must commit to your vision and refuse to be swayed by temporary setbacks or delays. Remember, the universe is always working behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition. By persisting in your belief and maintaining your focus, you keep the momentum of your manifestation going strong, ensuring that your desires come to you faster. Detachment is a crucial element in the manifestation process. While it's important to have a clear vision of what you want, you must also be willing to let go of the how and when it will manifest. Detachment doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means trusting that they will come to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. When you cling too tightly to specific outcomes or timelines, you create resistance which slows down the manifestation process. Instead, focus on the feeling of your desire being fulfilled and trust that the universe will take care of the details. This sense of surrender allows the universe to deliver your desires in ways that you may not have anticipated, often faster and more effortlessly than you could have imagined. Your self-concept, or how you perceive yourself, is the foundation upon which your reality is built. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, someone who is unlucky, or someone who is unworthy of success, these beliefs will manifest in your external world. Conversely, if you view yourself as a powerful creator, capable of manifesting your desires with ease, your reality will reflect this self-concept. To change your self-concept, start by identifying limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. Once you've identified them, replace them with empowering beliefs. For example, if you believe that money is hard to come by, replace that belief with, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly." As you consistently reinforce these new beliefs, your self-concept will shift, and your external reality will follow suit. Your emotions are powerful indicators of where you are in relation to your desires. Positive emotions such as joy, love, and gratitude indicate that you are in alignment with your desires, while negative emotions such as fear, anger, and worry indicate misalignment. To manifest faster, it's essential to cultivate emotional mastery, the ability to manage and direct your emotions in a way that supports your desires. When negative emotions arise, don't suppress them. Instead, acknowledge them and then consciously choose to shift your focus to something positive. For example, if you're feeling anxious about a particular situation, take a moment to breathe deeply, center yourself, and focus on something that brings you peace and happiness. By consistently choosing positive emotions, you raise your vibration, which in turn accelerates the manifestation process. Words are not just sounds, they are powerful tools that can shape your reality. Every word you speak carries a vibration, and that vibration influences your manifestation process. When you speak positively about yourself and your desires, you align yourself with the energy of what you want to create. Conversely, negative or doubtful language can hinder your progress. Be mindful of the words you use, both when speaking to others and in your self-talk. Eliminate phrases like "I can't," "it's hard," or "I'm worried," and replace them with empowering statements like "I am," "it's easy," and "I trust." By speaking your reality into existence, you create a positive feedback loop that reinforces your desires and brings them into manifestation faster. Visualization is a powerful technique that allows you to create a mental blueprint of your desires. When you visualize, you engage your imagination to see, feel, and experience your desires as if they are already real. This mental rehearsal sends a clear signal to the universe that this is the reality you wish to create, and the universe responds accordingly. To enhance your visualization practice, set aside time each day to close your eyes and imagine your desires in vivid detail. Use all your senses to make the experience as real as possible. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures, and immerse yourself in the emotions associated with your desire being fulfilled. The more real your visualization feels, the more powerfully you will attract your desires into your life. While thoughts and feelings are powerful, they must be coupled with action to manifest your desires. However, it's important to distinguish between forced action and inspired action. Forced action comes from a place of lack or fear, while inspired action is motivated by a sense of excitement and alignment with your desires. Inspired action often comes as a nudge or intuition, a sense that you should do something even if it doesn't immediately make logical sense. When you follow these intuitive prompts, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, and doors of opportunity open up for you. Trust your inner guidance and take action when it feels right. This alignment of thought, emotion, and action creates a powerful synergy that accelerates manifestation. The final key to manifesting faster is to live fully in the present moment. The present moment is where all your power lies. It's the only time that truly exists. When you dwell on the past or worry about the future, you dissipate your energy and create resistance. But when you focus on the now, you align yourself with the flow of life and harness the full power of the universe. Practice mindfulness by bringing your awareness to the present moment throughout the day. Whether you're eating, walking, or working, fully engage with the experience. Notice the sensations, the sounds, the sights, and let go of any distractions. By anchoring yourself in the present moment, you align your energy with the present reality, which is the fertile ground for your desires to manifest. As you integrate these 10 key points into your daily life, you will notice a profound shift in how you experience reality. Each principle is a piece of the puzzle, and when combined, they create a powerful framework for accelerated manifestation. Remember, the key is consistency and faith. Trust in the process, practice these principles regularly, and let no one, no circumstance, no person, no doubt worry you. By mastering your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you become the deliberate creator of your reality, manifesting your desires with a speed and ease that will astonish you. The journey of manifestation is not about forcing or struggling, it's about aligning yourself with the natural flow of the universe. It's about trusting in the power of your mind and the infinite possibilities that lie within you. By letting go of worry, cultivating positive thoughts and emotions, and taking inspired action, you open the door to a life of limitless abundance and joy. The power to create the life you desire is within you. Embrace it, and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. Self-love is often overlooked in discussions about manifestation, but it is one of the most critical components of the process. When you truly love and accept yourself, you align with the highest vibration of the universe love. This alignment not only enhances your ability to manifest, but also ensures that what you manifest is in harmony with your true desires and highest good. Self-love involves acknowledging your worthiness to receive all the good things life has to offer. It means treating yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect. When you love yourself, you naturally attract experiences, people, and opportunities that reflect that love. You become a magnet for positive energy, and your manifestations flow to you effortlessly. To cultivate self-love, practice daily affirmations that reinforce your worthiness. Say things like, I am deserving of all my desires, or I love and accept myself fully. Additionally, take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Engage in activities that bring you joy and nourish your soul. As your self-love grows, so too will the speed and quality of your manifestations. The law of reciprocity states that the energy you put out into the world will be returned to you, often multiplied. This law is crucial in the context of manifestation, because it reminds us that we are not just passive receivers, but active participants in the flow of energy. To manifest faster, you must engage in the cycle of giving and receiving. When you give freely and generously, whether it's your time, resources, love, or support, you create a positive flow of energy that returns to you in the form of abundance. This doesn't mean giving with the expectation of receiving something in return. Rather, it's about giving from a place of genuine love and generosity. The universe naturally responds to this high vibrational energy by bringing more of the same into your life. To harness the law of reciprocity, look for ways to give back in your daily life. This could be through acts of kindness, sharing your talents, or supporting others in their journeys. As you engage in this cycle, you'll notice that your manifestations begin to speed up as the universe mirrors back the energy you put out. The universe operates according to certain laws, such as the law of attraction, the law of our vibration, and the law of cause and effect. When you align yourself with these universal laws, you move in harmony with the natural flow of energy, which greatly accelerates the manifestation process. One of the most important laws to understand is the law of vibration, which states that everything in the universe is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs all carry a vibrational frequency, and you attract into your life what is in vibrational harmony with you. To manifest faster, you must raise your vibration to match the frequency of what you desire. You can raise your vibration through positive thoughts, feelings of gratitude, acts of kindness, and maintaining a joyful, optimistic outlook. When you are in a high vibrational state, you attract high vibrational experiences, which means your desires manifest more quickly and effortlessly. Intuition is your inner guidance system, a direct line of communication with the universe. It's the quiet, knowing voice that nudges you in the right direction, often without any logical explanation. When you trust and follow your intuition, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, which can lead to rapid and often miraculous manifestations. Your intuition often speaks to you through feelings, hunches, or sudden insights. It's that gut feeling you get when something just feels right or wrong. The key to harnessing your intuition is to quiet the mind and listen. Meditation is a powerful tool for developing your intuition, as it allows you to tune out the noise of the external world and connect with your inner self. Once you've cultivated a strong connection with your intuition, trust it completely. Even if it leads you in an unexpected direction or seems to go against logic, your intuition is always guiding you toward your highest good. By following these inner prompts, you align yourself with the path of least resistance, where manifestations can occur with surprising speed and ease. Surrender is one of the most powerful, yet often misunderstood, aspects of manifestation. To surrender does not mean to give up on your desires. Rather, it means to release your attachment to specific outcomes and trust that the universe will bring you exactly what you need at the perfect time. When you surrender, you let go of the need to control every detail of how and when your desires will manifest. This act of letting go opens up space for the universe to work its magic. It allows for the possibility that what the universe has in store for you may be even greater than what you had imagined. Surrender also involves trusting that everything is unfolding for your highest good, even if it doesn't seem that way in the moment. It's about releasing resistance and flowing with the current of life rather than against it. When you surrender, you enter into a state of grace where manifestations occur naturally and effortlessly. To practice surrender, start by acknowledging any fears or doubts you have about the manifestation process. Then consciously choose to release them. Affirm to yourself, I trust the process of life, or I surrender to the wisdom of the universe. As you embrace the power of surrender, you'll find that your manifestations not only come faster, but are often more aligned with your true desires and higher purpose. As we conclude this exploration of the principles that accelerate manifestation, remember that you hold the power to create your reality. By integrating these key points into your daily life, self-love, reciprocity, alignment with universal laws, intuition, and surrender, you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe. This alignment allows your desires to manifest with greater speed, ease, and joy. The journey of manifestation is not about forcing outcomes or striving relentlessly. It's about harmonizing with the energy of creation, trusting in the process, and allowing the universe to bring your desires to fruition in the most perfect way. Let no one, no circumstance, no doubt worry you. Embrace the power within and watch as your world transforms in ways that exceed your wildest dreams. Your environment plays a significant role in the manifestation process. The people, places, and situations you surround yourself with can either uplift your energy or drain it. To manifest faster, it's essential to cultivate an environment that supports your desires and maintains a high vibrational state. This means surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded individuals who encourage and inspire you. Spend time in spaces that uplift your spirit, whether that's a room filled with natural light, a quiet spot in nature, or a place where you feel truly at peace. Your physical environment should reflect the reality you wish to create. Additionally, be mindful of the media you consume, the conversations you engage in, and the activities you participate in. These all contribute to the energy you carry with you. By consciously choosing an environment that aligns with your desires, you create a powerful foundation that supports faster manifestation. Journaling is a powerful tool for manifestation that allows you to clarify your desires, explore your thoughts and emotions, and reinforce your intentions. When you write down your desires, you give them form and substance, bringing them one step closer to reality. Start by creating a manifestation journal where you can record your goals, dreams, and intentions. Write about them in the present tense as if they are already happening. For example, instead of saying, I want to be successful, write, I am successful, write, I am successful and thriving in all aspects of my life. This technique helps to impress your subconscious mind with the reality you wish to create. You can also use your journal to reflect on any fears, doubts, or worries that may arise. By putting these thoughts on paper, you externalize them, making them easier to address and release. Journaling allows you to track your progress, celebrate your successes, and stay focused on your journey, all of which contribute to faster manifestation. Gratitude is one of the most potent forces in the universe when it comes to manifesting your desires. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you align yourself with the energy of abundance and attract more of what you appreciate into your life. Yet gratitude amplifies your desires and accelerates their manifestation. Begin and end each day with a gratitude practice. In the morning, take a few moments to express gratitude for the day ahead, visualizing the positive experiences and outcomes you wish to encounter. In the evening, reflect on the day and give thanks for all the good things you experienced, no matter how small. You can also incorporate gratitude into your manifestation practice by expressing thanks for your desires as if they have already manifested. For example, say, I am so grateful for the abundance that flows into my life effortlessly. Even if you haven't yet seen the physical evidence of that abundance, this practice shifts your focus from lack to abundance, making you a powerful magnet for your desires. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. When you practice mindfulness, you bring your attention to the here and now, which is the only moment where you can create and manifest. Being present allows you to harness the full power of your mind and energy, making manifestation more effective and immediate. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily life by focusing on your breath, observing your thoughts without attachment, and engaging fully in whatever you are doing. Whether you're eating, walking, or working, practice being fully aware of your actions and sensations. This presence of mind helps you stay aligned with your desires and prevents you from being distracted by worries about the past or future. Mindfulness also enhances your ability to notice and act on intuitive nudges, which are often subtle and easy to miss. By staying present, you become more attuned to the signs and opportunities that the universe presents to help you manifest your desires faster. Consistency is the often overlooked key to successful manifestation. While it's important to have strong intentions and positive emotions, it's equally important to maintain these consistently over time. Manifestation is not a one-time event, but a continuous process that requires sustained focus and energy. Consistency means regularly engaging in practices that support your desires, such as visualization, affirmations, gratitude, and mindfulness. It also means consistently aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with what you want to create. This ongoing effort builds momentum, making it easier for your desires to manifest. To maintain consistency, create daily rituals that support your manifestation process. Set aside time each day for meditation, visualization, or journaling. Keep your goals and intentions in mind as you go about your daily activities and make choices that align with your desired outcomes. By being consistent, you create a powerful, continuous flow of energy toward your desires, ensuring that they manifest quickly and effectively. Remember, the process of manifestation is a holistic one, involving your thoughts, emotions, actions, and environment. By consciously aligning all aspects of your life with your desires, you create a powerful synergy that accelerates manifestation. The power is within you, and by mastering these principles, you can manifest your dreams faster and with greater ease than ever before. As you move forward, let no one worry you. Let no fear or doubt hold you back. Trust in the process, stay true to your vision, and watch as your desires unfold before your eyes, transforming your life in ways you've always imagined. The universe is ready to respond to your intentions. Are you ready to receive?
You are not merely flesh and blood, bound by the limitations of the physical world. You are, in essence, pure consciousness, an extension of the infinite mind of God. And it is this realization, this awakening to your true nature, that holds the key to unlocking a life beyond your wildest dreams. But how, you may ask, does one come to this profound understanding? How does one tap into this wellspring of infinite possibility? The answer, I assure you, is simpler than you might imagine, yet it requires a fundamental shift in your perception of reality. The world you see around you, with all its seeming solidity and permanence, is nothing more than a projection of your own consciousness. It is a reflection of your inner state, your beliefs, and your assumptions about what is possible. And herein lies the great secret. To change your outer world, you must first change your inner world. This, my friends, is the essence of what I call the law of assumption. It is the divine principle that governs all of creation, and it is the key to manifesting your desires and living a life of true purpose and fulfillment. To understand this law, you must first grasp a fundamental truth. Imagination is the very substance of reality. The world you experience is not something separate from you, but a manifestation of your own imaginal acts. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption you hold about yourself and the world around you is constantly being externalized in your physical reality. Now I can sense the skepticism rising in some of you. You may be thinking, but Neville, I have tried positive thinking before. I have visualized my desires, yet they remain unfulfilled. To this I say, mere positive thinking or casual visualization is not enough. What I am speaking of is a much deeper, more profound practice the art of living from the end. Living from the end means assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled. It means entering into the state of consciousness where your desire is already a present fact rather than a future possibility. This is not mere daydreaming or fantasy. It is a deliberate, controlled use of your imagination to impress upon your subconscious mind the reality you wish to experience. Let me illustrate this with an example. Suppose you desire financial abundance. The conventional approach would be to work harder, to struggle and strive in the hopes of one day achieving your goal. But this approach is fundamentally flawed, for it keeps you in a state of lack and wanting. It reinforces the very condition you seek to overcome. Instead, I urge you to assume the feeling of wealth and abundance now. Close your eyes and imagine with all the vividness you can muster what it would feel like to have all the money you desire. Feel the sense of security, the freedom, the joy that comes with financial abundance. Make this imaginal act so real that when you open your eyes, the world around you seems pale in comparison. But here's the crucial point. You must persist in this assumption. You must live and move and have your being in this new state of consciousness. For remember, your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. As you maintain this new self-concept, as you live consistently in the consciousness of wealth and abundance, the outer circumstances of your life will invariably reshape themselves to match your inner conviction. This, my dear friends, is the creative power you possess. It is the power to shape your reality through the controlled use of your imagination. And it is this power that you squander when you waste your life living in accordance with the limited beliefs and assumptions imposed upon you by society. But the law of assumption extends far beyond mere material gain. It applies to every aspect of your life, your relationships, your health, your spiritual growth. Whatever you desire to be, do, or have, you must first assume the feeling of already being, doing, or having it. This is the secret to living a life of true purpose and fulfillment. Now, some of you may be wondering, but what about effort? What about action? And to this I say, inspired action will naturally flow from your assumed state of consciousness. When you truly live in the end, when you fully embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you will find yourself naturally guided to take the steps necessary to bring your desire into physical manifestation. However, this action will not feel like struggle or strain. It will not be the frantic, anxious activity of someone desperately trying to achieve a goal. Instead, it will be the calm, confident action of one who knows that their desire is already a fact, waiting to be expressed in the physical world. This, my friends, is the difference between wasting your life and living with purpose. It is the difference between being at the mercy of external circumstances and being the conscious creator of your reality. It is the difference between existing and truly living. But I must warn you, this path is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, persistence, and above all, faith. Faith not in some external deity or power, but faith in the God within you, the I am that is your true self. For you see, the great I am is not something separate from you. It is your very essence, your true identity. When you say I am, you are invoking the name of God, for I am is the true name of the Creator. And whatever you attach to this mighty I am, you are decreeing it into existence. This is why it is so crucial to be mindful of your inner conversations, of the thoughts and assumptions you hold about yourself and the world. For every time you say, I am poor, I am sick, I am unlucky, you are using green creative power to perpetuate these conditions in your life. Instead, I urge you to make a new covenant with yourself. Begin to use the power of I am consciously and deliberately. Declare, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am loved. not as affirmations or positive statements, but as acknowledgments of your true state of being. For remember, your conception of yourself is what you really are, and your conception of yourself is all that you have to give to the world. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, this seems too easy. Surely there must be more to it than this. And to this I say the greatest truths are often the simplest. The power to change your life, to achieve your every desire, to live a life of true purpose and fulfillment, it is your divine birthright as a child of God, as an individualized expression of the infinite creative consciousness. The reason why this truth seems too good to be true is that you have been conditioned to believe in limitation, in struggle, in the necessity of hard work and sacrifice. But I assure you these beliefs are nothing more than illusions, shadows cast by the limited thinking of man. In reality, there are no limitations to what you can be, do, or have, except those you accept in your own thinking. The entire universe is within you, waiting to be expressed. All the wealth, all the love, all the wisdom, all the success you could ever desire is already yours in potential. Your task is simply to align your consciousness with this truth, to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and to live from that state until it becomes your physical reality. But let me be clear, this is not a call to irresponsibility or inaction. On the contrary, it is an invitation to take full responsibility for your life, to become the conscious creator of your reality rather than a passive victim of circumstance. It is a call to action of the highest order, the action of consciously directing your imagination and assuming the feeling of your desires fulfilled. Now, some of you may be wondering about the role of others in this process. You may be thinking, but what about my family, my friends, my colleagues? Don't they have a say in my reality? And to this I say, everyone in your world is you pushed out. They are reflections of your own consciousness, playing the parts that you have assigned to them through your beliefs and assumptions. This doesn't mean that others don't exist, or that their free will is negated. Rather, it means that your experience of others, how they treat you, how they respond to you, is a direct reflection of your own self-concept and your assumptions about them. Change your concept of yourself and others, and you will see a corresponding change in your relationships and interactions. This understanding liberates you from the need to change others or to wait for external circumstances to improve. It places the power squarely in your hands, for you realize that to change your world, you need only change yourself. But I must caution you, this power comes with great responsibility. For as you awaken to your true nature as the operant power in your world, you can no longer blame others or external circumstances for your life conditions. You must be willing to take full responsibility for your thoughts, your assumptions, and consequently, your life experiences. This, my dear friends, is what it means to truly live, to not waste the precious gift of life that has been bestowed upon you. It means to awaken from the slumber of limitation and victimhood, and to claim your rightful place as a conscious creator, as an individualized expression of the divine. But how, you may ask, does one begin this journey of awakening? How does one start to apply these principles in daily life? The answer lies in a practice I call revision. Revision is the art of consciously reimagining past events in a way that aligns with your desires. It is based on the understanding that time is merely constructive consciousness, and that the past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the eternal now. When you engage in revision, you are not denying or suppressing what seems to have happened. Rather, you are exercising your divine right as a creator to choose which version of events you wish to make real in your consciousness. For remember, it is not the outer event itself that shapes your life, but your reaction to it, your interpretation of it. Let me give you an example. Suppose you had an unpleasant interaction with a colleague at work. The conventional approach would be to replay the event in your mind, reinforcing the negative emotions and potentially carrying that energy into future interactions. But with revision, you would close your eyes and reimagine the scene as you wish it had unfolded. See your colleague responding with kindness and understanding. Feel the warmth of a positive interaction. Make this new version so vivid and real in your imagination that it supersedes the original memory. As you practice revision consistently, you will begin to see a remarkable transformation in your life. Not only will your present and future experiences begin to align with your revised versions of past, but you will also develop a deep sense of peace and empowerment, knowing that you are no longer at the mercy of past events or external circumstances. But revision is not limited to recent events. You can revise any aspect of your life story, any belief or assumption that no longer serves you. Were you told as a child that you were not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy of love or success? Revise these limiting beliefs. Go back in your imagination and hear words of encouragement and support. Feel the confidence and self-assurance that comes from knowing your infinite worth and potential. This practice of revision is not about denying reality or living in fantasy. It is about understanding the true nature of reality as a projection of consciousness and exercising your divine right to choose which version of events you wish to make real in your world. Now, I can sense that some of you may be feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of this teaching. You may be thinking, this all sounds wonderful, Neville, but where do I begin? How do I put this into practice in my daily life? To this I say, begin with the end in mind. Choose a desire, something you wish to be, do, or have. It could be anything: a new job, a loving relationship, improved health, financial abundance. Whatever it is, define it clearly in your mind. Now close your eyes and enter into a state of relaxation. Let go of all tension in your body and mind. As you relax, begin to imagine a scene that would imply the fulfillment of your desire. Make it as vivid and real as possible. Engage all your senses. What would you see, hear, feel, smell, taste if your desire were already fulfilled? Most importantly, feel the emotion of your wish fulfilled. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the sense of accomplishment. For it is this feeling that is the secret to your creative power. Your emotional state is the channel through which your imaginal acts are impressed upon the subconscious mind and brought into physical manifestation. As you emerge from this imaginal act, carry the feeling with you. Let it permeate your entire being. Live from the assumption that what you have imagined is already a fact. This is what it means to live in the end. Now here's the crucial part. You must persist in this assumption. You must make your imaginal act more real to you than the evidence of your physical senses. This is where most people falter. They allow the apparent reality of the outer world to overshadow their imaginal act. They give up at the first sign that things are not changing as quickly as they'd like. But I assure you, if you persist in your assumption, if you remain faithful to your imaginal act, your outer world must conform to your inner conviction. It is law. For remember, your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state of consciousness. This persistence, this unwavering faith in the reality of your imaginal act is what separates those who transform their lives from those who continue to live in frustration and limitation. It is the key to not wasting your life, to living with purpose and power. But let me be clear, this is not about forcing or willing things to happen. It is not about struggle or strain. It is about aligning yourself with the natural creative process of the universe. It is about allowing your desires to unfold naturally and effortlessly as you maintain the consciousness of their fulfillment. Now, some of you may be wondering about the role of action in this process. You may be thinking, but Neville, surely we must do something to bring our desires into manifestation. And to this I say inspired action will naturally flow from your assumed state. When you truly live in the end, when you fully embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you will find yourself naturally guided to take the steps necessary to bring your desire into physical manifestation. But this action will not feel like effort or struggle. It will be the calm, confident action of one who knows that their desire is already a fact. This is the difference between wasting your life in fruitless struggle and living with purpose and power. It is the difference between trying to make things happen through sheer force of will and allowing your good to flow to you naturally as you align yourself with the creative power of the universe. But I must warn you, as you begin to apply these principles, you may face challenges. You may encounter doubt, both from within yourself and from others. You may face seeming setbacks or delays. This is where your faith will be tested. Remember, the outer world may not immediately reflect your new inner state. There may be a time lag between your imaginal act and its physical manifestation. This period, which I call the Sabbath, is a time of rest and assurance. It is a time to remain faithful to your assumption, regardless of appearances. During this time, you may be tempted to doubt, to question whether your imaginal act was real or effective. You may be tempted to return to your old patterns of thinking and behaving. But I urge you, do not waver. Hold fast to your assumption, for it is your faith, your persistent assumption, that will ultimately reshape your reality. This, my dear friends, is a true test of your creative power. It is easy to believe when things are going well, when your outer world aligns with your desires, but it takes real faith, real understanding of your divine nature, to persist in your assumption when everything seems to contradict. But I assure you, if you persist, if you remain faithful to your imaginal act, you will see miracles unfold in your life. You will witness the power of your consciousness to reshape your reality in ways that may seem impossible from your current standpoint. Now let us address another crucial aspect of not wasting your life: the importance of living in the present moment. Many people waste their lives by constantly dwelling on the past or anxiously anticipating the future. They fail to realize that the present moment is the only point of power, the only place where life can be truly lived and experienced. When you understand the law of assumption, you realize that the past has no power over you except the power you give it through your present assumptions. The future is not something to be feared or anxiously awaited, but something you are creating now through your current state of consciousness. Living in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring the past or failing to plan for the future. Rather, it means being fully aware and conscious in the here and now, recognizing that this moment is where all your creative power lies. It means using your imagination constructively to create the future you desire, rather than letting your mind wander aimlessly or dwell on negative past experiences. This present moment awareness is crucial for effective manifestation, for it is only in the present moment that you can assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. It is only in the now that you can impress upon your subconscious mind the reality you wish to experience. Moreover, living in the present moment allows you to fully appreciate and enjoy the life you are creating. Many people waste their lives by constantly chasing after future goals, never pausing to appreciate the journey or the present moment. They fail to realize that life is not a destination to be reached, but a journey to be lived and enjoyed. By living fully in the present, you can experience the joy and fulfillment that comes from being alive while still working towards your desires. Another crucial aspect of not wasting your life is understanding the importance of your self-concept. Your self-concept, or the beliefs and assumptions you hold about yourself, is the foundation upon which your entire life experience is built. Many people waste their lives by accepting limiting beliefs about themselves, never realizing their true potential. They go through life believing they are not good enough, not smart enough, worthy of love, or worthy of us. But I tell you, these beliefs are nothing more than illusions, shadows cast by the limited thinking of man. To truly live, to make the most of the divine gift of life, you must cultivate a self-concept that aligns with your desires and your true divine nature. This means consciously choosing to see yourself as the person you wish to be, regardless of current circumstances or past experiences. It means affirming your divine nature, your infinite potential, your worthiness of all good things. As you consistently maintain this elevated self-concept, you will find your outer world reshaping itself to match your inner conviction. In conclusion, my dear friends, the key to not wasting your life lies in awakening to your true nature as a divine creative being. It lies in understanding and applying the law of assumption, in living from the end, in revivalising your past, in being fully present in the now, and in cultivating a self-concept that aligns with your highest aspirations. It means taking full responsibility for your life experience, recognizing that you are the author of your own story, the creator of your own reality. As you embark on this journey of awakening and conscious creation, remember that you are never alone. The infinite creative power of the universe is always with you, for it is your very essence. Trust in this power, have faith in your divine nature, and persist in your assumptions. For as you do so, you will witness the miraculous unfolding of a life beyond your wildest dreams, a life of purpose, fulfillment, and true joy. This, my friends, is what it means to truly live, to make the most of the precious gift of life. Go forth now and create the life you desire, for all things are possible to him who believes. Consider for a moment the concept of being magnetic to miracles. You may perceive miracles as rare, extraordinary events that happen to a chosen few. But I say unto you, miracles are the natural state of existence, and you have the power to attract them continuously into your life simply by assuming the state of being magnetic to them. But what does it truly mean to act as if you are magnetic to miracles? It is not a matter of pretending or wishing. It is a state of consciousness, a shift in your very being that aligns you with the creative power of the universe. It is about recognizing that your consciousness, your awareness of being magnetic to miracles, is the only reality, and that a profound shift in this awareness can and will transform your entire world. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world, your concept of self. And this concept of self can be radically altered by assuming the state of being magnetic to miracles. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that by carefully choosing and vividly imagining yourself as a being who naturally attracts miracles, you are actively creating a new reality that will unfold in your experience. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of how you approach life. No longer are you a helpless being at the mercy of chance and circumstance, hoping for occasional miracles. You become the active creator of your reality, knowing that as you assume the state of being magnetic to miracles, the universe must rearrange itself to match this new inner assumption. But how, you may ask, can one truly act as if they are magnetic to miracles? The answer lies in the creative power of your wonderful human imagination, combined with the intensity of your feeling and belief. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, and your feelings are not mere reactions to external stimuli. Together, they form the very workshop in which reality is forged. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and feel as true and what you actually experience in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true in your imaginal acts. And once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality, regardless of how long it takes in clock time. So when you act as if you are magnetic to miracles, when you fall asleep in the absolute conviction that you are a being who naturally attracts miraculous experiences, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are actively creating your new reality from within. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, allowing it to work through you and for you to manifest miracles in your life. This, my dear listeners, is the essence of acting as if you are magnetic to miracles. It is about recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, waiting to be expressed through your conscious imaginal acts. It is about understanding that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner concept of self, which can be radically altered by assuming the state of being naturally magnetic to miracles. Consider the biblical phrase, "All things are possible to him that believeth." This is not a mere poetic expression or a vague spiritual concept. It is a statement of cosmic law, an invitation to recognize the power of your assumed state. When you truly embody the state of being magnetic to miracles, when you feel its reality with every fiber of your being, you are changed in that very moment. The outer manifestation of miracles may take time to catch up, but the inner transformation is instantaneous. But let me be clear, acting as if you are magnetic to miracles is not about forced visualizations or strained affirmations. It is about a total immersion in the feeling of being someone who naturally attracts miraculous experiences. When you truly embody this practice, you naturally assume the thoughts, feelings, and inner conversations of a person who is magnetic to miracles. You go to sleep not as the person struggling for occasional lucky breaks, but as the person who lives in a constant state of miraculous unfolding. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a person who has always felt that life is a constant struggle, that miracles are rare and happen to others. For years, their inner dialogue has been filled with doubt and limitation. Now, imagine this person deciding to act as if they are magnetic to miracles. As they lie in bed, they immerse themselves in the feeling of being someone who naturally attracts miraculous experiences. They feel the joy, the wonder, the gratitude of someone whose life is filled with constant miracles. They allow this feeling to permeate every cell of their being. They fall asleep in this state, carrying it into their dreams. When they awaken, something has shifted. They may not see immediate external changes, but internally, they are no longer the same person. They have experienced the reality of being magnetic to miracles. And this new self-concept begins to reshape their outer world. In the days and weeks that follow, they find themselves naturally acting with more openness and expectancy. They notice synchronicities where they would have previously seen mere coincidences. They pursue opportunities they would have once thought beyond their reach. And as they do so, their outer world begins to reflect this new inner state. Miraculous occurrences start to happen more frequently. Unexpected solutions appear. Their entire life begins to transform, all stemming from acting as if they are magnetic to miracles. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whether you desire miracles in your career, relationships, health, or any other area, the key is to assume the state of being magnetic to miracles in all areas. Feel the reality of being someone whose life is filled with constant miraculous unfoldings. Fall asleep in that state, knowing that as you do so, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind that must grow into your outer reality. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, can simply acting as if I'm magnetic to miracles really make such a difference? Surely miracles are rare and beyond our control. And to this I say, miracles are as common or as rare as you assume them to be. In the realm of consciousness, where all creation takes place, there is only the eternal now. Acting as if you are magnetic to miracles can indeed reshape your entire future, for it plants a seed of a new self-concept that will inevitably grow into manifestation. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness, your concept of self, that gives life to your experiences. When you act as if you are magnetic to miracles, you are breathing life into a new reality. You are setting in motion a series of events that must culminate in the outer expression of this new inner state. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to becoming magnetic to miracles. It is about aligning your entire being with a new concept of self, recognizing that this new self-concept is seeking expression through you, and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your focused imagination and unwavering belief. But let me warn you, this shift in consciousness is not always an easy task. The old habits of thought and feeling, the familiar self-concept you've held for so long, may try to reassert themselves. As you lie in bed attempting to embody the state of being magnetic to miracles, doubts may creep in. The voice of your old self may try to convince you that miracles are impossible, that you're fooling yourself. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to the feeling of being magnetic to miracles. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want to be, but by persistently embodying what you do want to be. This persistence, this unwavering commitment to maintaining your new state of being magnetic to miracles in the face of doubts and contrary evidence is what allows you to truly transform your life. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. You simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, you don't need to fight against your current reality or forcefully push away doubts and fears. You simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of being magnetic to miracles, to align your entire consciousness with the person who naturally attracts miraculous experiences. This tuning is done through your focused imagination and your ability to generate and maintain the feeling of being magnetic to miracles. Your imagination is the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you use your imagination to fully embody the state of being magnetic to miracles, as you feel the reality of being this version of yourself, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, while the inner transformation can occur in an instant as you assume this new state, the full manifestation of miracles in your outer world may take time. The seed planted by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles will grow, but it must go through its natural stages of development. Do not be discouraged if you do not see immediate, dramatic changes in your external circumstances. Know that the moment you succeeded in fully embodying the state of being magnetic to miracles, change became inevitable. As you persist in maintaining this new state in your daily life, you will find that your perception of yourself and your world begins to shift. What once seemed like ordinary coincidences now appear as miracles. Challenges become opportunities for miraculous solutions. You begin to see yourself as the empowered, miracle-attracting being you imagined yourself to be. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Neville, how can I ensure that I maintain this state of being magnetic to miracles? How can I prevent falling back into old patterns of thinking and feeling that may repel miracles? And to this I say, the power of your assumed state lies not just in the intensity of the experience, but in the knowing it brings. Once you have experienced the reality of being magnetic to miracles, even if only in your imagination, you have tasted the truth of your divine nature. This knowing becomes an anchor, a reference point to which you can always return. In the days and weeks that follow, as you begin this practice of acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, you may face moments of doubt or challenge. In these moments, recall the feeling of that state. Remember the reality of being a person who naturally attracts miracles. Let that memory, that knowing, guide you back to your new state of being. For having experienced it once, you can experience it again and again, each time strengthening your new self-concept. The key is to make your imaginal experience of being magnetic to miracles as real and vivid as possible. Engage all your senses. As you lie in bed preparing for sleep, see yourself as the person who naturally attracts miracles. Hear the amazement in people's voices as they witness the miracles in your life. Feel the joy, the wonder, the gratitude of being someone whose life is filled with constant miraculous experiences. Make it so real that your rational mind cannot distinguish between this imaginal act and physical reality. But here's a crucial point, my friends. The goal is not to imagine specific miraculous events. The goal is to embody the essence of being magnetic to miracles. For it is this state of being that is the true attractor of miraculous experiences. Let me illustrate this with an example. Instead of imagining a specific miraculous event, like winning the lottery or spontaneously healing from an illness, embody the state of being someone who naturally attracts miracles in all areas of life. Feel the confidence, the expectancy, the joy that comes with this state. See yourself moving through life with an aura of miraculous potential surrounding you. Hear yourself speaking words of gratitude for the constant flow of miracles in your life. By focusing on the state of being magnetic to miracles rather than specific outcomes, you allow the universe to bring miracles to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is the true art of acting, as if you are magnetic to miracles. It's not about forcing yourself to believe in specific miraculous events. It's about aligning your entire being with the truth of your divine nature as a miracle-attracting being. Your oneness with the creative power of the universe. It's about spending each day fully embodying the highest vision of who you truly are. A being who is naturally magnetic to miracles. As you practice this, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps you start to notice more synchronicity in your daily life. Or you find yourself naturally making choices that lead to unexpected positive outcomes. Or opportunities that seem miraculous begin to appear out of nowhere. These are all signs that your inner transformation, initiated by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small miracles. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your assumed state is taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to live from your state of being magnetic to miracles. As you persist in this practice, larger miracles will begin to manifest. You may find yourself naturally attracting experiences that seem truly miraculous. You may notice that problems which once seemed insurmountable are solved in unexpected and wonderful ways. You may achieve goals you once thought impossible with an ease that feels miraculous. And as you continue to maintain the state of being magnetic to miracles, you'll discover that life becomes an exciting adventure of ever-expanding wonder and possibility. But remember, the outer manifestation of miracles is not the ultimate goal. The goal is the state of being from which all miraculous experiences naturally flow. This is a crucial point, my friends. When you truly transform by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, when you are fully living from this new state of being, you no longer need external miracles to confirm your state. You're already whole, already complete in your knowing that you are a being who naturally attracts miracles. And paradoxically, it's in this state of inner assurance that you're most likely to experience a life filled with constant miraculous unfoldings. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, what about action? Don't we need to do things in the physical world to bring about miracles? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process. But it's inspired action, not anxious doing. When you're living from the state of being magnetic to miracles, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like struggle or effort. They'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. They will be the natural outgrowth of your new state of being. This is the difference between trying to make miracles happen and allowing them to happen. When you're trying to force miracles, actions feel stressful, born out of fear and doubt. When you're truly embodying the state of being magnetic to miracles, actions flow naturally from your aligned state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring about the manifestation of miracles in your life. Consider the example of a flower blooming. A flower doesn't strain to open its petals. It doesn't force itself to grow. It simply unfolds naturally, expressing its innate beauty. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you act as if you are magnetic to miracles, you allow your life to unfold naturally and beautifully, expressing the infinite potential for miracles that is your birthright. But let me be clear, this state of allowing miracles is not passive. It requires an active use of your imagination, a deliberate and focused embodiment of the state of being magnetic to miracles. It requires faith, not blind faith in external forces, but faith in the creative power of your consciousness and your ability to attract miracles to your assumed state. This faith is not about believing that miracles will come someday in the future. It's about knowing that you are magnetic to miracles now, in this very moment, and that your outer world must inevitably conform to this new inner reality. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, you'll begin to see evidence of miracles manifesting in your outer world. These signs may start small, an unexpected solution to a problem, a chance encounter that leads to a wonderful opportunity, a sudden insight that changes everything. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small they may seem, for they are confirmation that your inner transformation, initiated by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles, is indeed shaping your outer reality. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the full realization of the miraculous life you are creating. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people first encounter this teaching. Many worry that focusing on attracting miracles might somehow make them selfish or disconnected from others. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you truly understand the principle of being magnetic to miracles, you realize that you are not separate from others. As you elevate your own consciousness through your assumed state, you are elevating the consciousness of all. Your personal miracles, far from disconnecting you from others, actually expand the field of possibilities for all. Moreover, when you are coming from a place of being magnetic to miracles, you naturally have more to give to others. You become a beacon of possibility, a living example of the power of consciousness to reshape reality. Your miracles create a ripple effect, touching the lives of everyone you encounter with your newfound energy, wonder, and joy. This is the true gift of acting as if you are magnetic to miracles. It's not just about improving your individual circumstances, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, which is boundless potential and perpetual creation. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, of living from the state of being magnetic to miracles, you become a channel for the most beautiful expressions of life. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from your transformed state of being. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness when it's aligned with the truth of your being. You are the power. You are the magic. You are the one who has transformed yourself by acting as if you are magnetic to miracles. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, ACT as if you are magnetic to your miracles, is not just a technique for attracting good fortune. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine, creative being. It's about aligning your entire being with the fundamental truth of who you are and allowing your grandest expression to flow through you. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace this principle with all your heart. Don't see it as a technique to be applied occasionally, but as a way of life to be lived continuously. Use your mighty imagination to immerse yourself fully in the state of being magnetic to miracles. Feel the naturalness of being the miracle-attracting being you truly are. Live from this state, persist in this knowing, and watch as your world rearranges itself to match your inner transformation, bringing forth a life filled with constant miracles and wonder. The two words I am about to share with you are not to be spoken lightly. They are not to be shared carelessly. For in these two words lies the key to unlocking the infinite potential of your imagination, the power to manifest anything you desire. Now you might be wondering, Neville, what are these two words? How can mere words have such power? And therein lies the crux of our discussion today. The power of these words lies not in their sound or their spelling, but in the state of consciousness they evoke when properly understood and applied. The two words are simply this: I am. Yes, I am. These two words, when used with understanding and feeling, contain within them the power to reshape your entire reality. For you see, whatever follows I am in your thoughts and speech becomes your reality. It is the gateway through which you define yourself and your world. But remember, I caution you not to tell anyone. This is not because this knowledge is to be hoarded or kept secret out of selfishness. No, it is because the power of these words is deeply personal. It is a power that must be experienced, not merely heard about. It is a truth that must be lived, not simply intellectualized. Now, let us delve deeper into how to use these two powerful words to manifest anything you want. The key lies in understanding that I am is not just a statement. It is a declaration of being. When you say I am, you are defining your state of consciousness, and your state of consciousness is the lens through which you experience and create your reality. Consider for a moment, how often do you unconsciously use these words in a way that limits you? I am tired, I am broke, I am unlucky in love. Each time you make such a statement, you are impressing upon your subconscious mind a state of being that it must then outpicture in your world. But here's the liberating truth. You have the power to consciously choose what follows I am. You have the ability to define your state of being in alignment with your desires. This, my friends, is the key to manifesting anything you want. So how do we begin this process of conscious creation through the power of I am? The first step is to clearly define what you wish to manifest. What is it that you truly desire? Be specific. Don't simply say I am rich. Instead, declare I am abundantly provided for in all areas of my life. Don't just say I am in a relationship. Instead, affirm I am in a loving, fulfilling partnership that brings out the best in me. Once you have your clear declaration, the next step is to feel the reality of words. This is crucial. You must feel the truth of your I am statement now, not in some distant future. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't understand time. It only understands the present moment. So if you say I am but feel that it's not true yet, you're sending mixed signals to your subconscious. Instead, as you declare your I am statement, allow yourself to feel the reality of it. How would you feel if your declaration were already true? Would you feel joyful, confident, free, grateful? Embody these feelings, live from this state of being. This is not pretending or lying to yourself. This is assuming a new state of consciousness, which is the very essence of creation. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, how can I feel something that isn't yet true? This is where the power of your imagination comes into play. Your imagination is the bridge between your current reality and your desired state. It is through your imagination that you can step into the feeling of your I am statement, even before it manifests in the physical world. Your imagination is not a flight of fancy or a frivolous faculty. It is the very workshop wherein you fashion your future. When you imagine you are experiencing reality at its most fundamental level, you are engaging with the pure potential of consciousness, shaping it with your attention and your assumption. To use your imagination effectively in conjunction with your I am statements, you must first quiet your conscious mind. The chattering of your daily thoughts, your worries, your doubts, these must be silenced. Enter a state of relaxation, a state akin to sleep, but in which you remain consciously aware. In this state, your subconscious mind becomes more receptive to impression. Once in this relaxed state, declare your I am statement. Feel its truth. Then construct a scene that implies the fulfillment of this statement. If your statement is, I am abundantly provided for, you might imagine yourself looking at a bank statement with a large balance, or making a significant purchase with ease and joy. If your statement is, I am in perfect health, imagine yourself engaging in activities that demonstrate vibrant health and vitality. The scene itself should be short and simple. It's not about creating an elaborate story, but about capturing a moment that implies your I am statement is now a fact. This scene is your platform, the stage upon which you would enact the feeling of your words fulfilled. Now step into this scene. Don't watch it as a spectator, but experience it from the first-person perspective. Be there in that moment, and as you experience it, let the feeling of fulfillment wash over you. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the satisfaction of your I am statement realized. This is where many falter in their attempts at manifestation. They can see the scene clearly, but they fail to evoke the feeling. Remember, it is the feeling that gives life to your words and your imaginal act. Without feeling, your I am statement and visualization are merely mental exercises. With feeling, they become acts of creation. As you practice this, you may find that the feeling comes more easily with repetition. Each time you declare your I am statement and return to your scene, the feeling becomes more vivid, more real. This is good. You are strengthening the impression upon your subconscious mind. But here's a crucial point. Once you have evoked the feeling, once you have impressed it upon your subconscious, you must carry it with you into your waking life. This is where many stumble. They do their I am exercise, they feel it intensely in the moment, but then they return to their daily life and fall back into old patterns of thought and feeling. To manifest anything you want, to truly harness the power of I am, you must maintain the feeling of your words fulfilled, even in the face of contradictory evidence. This is where faith comes in. Not blind faith, but faith born of understanding. Understanding that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state. When you truly grasp this, you will no longer be swayed by appearances. You will know that what you see around you is the effect, not the cause. The cause lies in your consciousness, in your feeling. And as you persist in the feeling of your I am statement fulfilled, your outer world must reshape itself to match this inner conviction. Now let us address a common challenge in using the power of I am, the apparent contradictions of your senses. As you begin to live in the feeling of your words fulfilled. You may find that your current circumstances seem to contradict your statement. How do you maintain your feeling in the face of these seeming contradictions? This is where the art of ignoring comes into play. To ignore is not to deny the existence of something, but to refrain from giving it your attention and energy. When contradictory evidence appears, acknowledge it briefly. Then immediately return your attention to the feeling of your I am statement fulfilled. Remember, what you see in your outer world is the result of past assumptions, past feelings. It is like an echo of what you once believed. Your task now is to give more attention, more importance, more reality to your new I am statement than to these outdated circumstances. This practice requires mental discipline. It requires you to stand firm in your new assumption even when your senses argue against it. But remember, your senses only show you what has been, not what can be. Your imagination, informed by your I am statement, shows you what will be. As you persist in maintaining the feeling of your words fulfilled, even in the face of contradictory evidence, you will begin to see changes in your outer world. These changes may start small, a fortunate coincidence, an unexpected opportunity, a shift in someone's behavior towards you. Do not dismiss these as mere chance. They are the first fruits of your new assumption taking root. Now let us delve deeper into the nature of feeling in using the power of I am. When I speak of feeling, I am not referring merely to emotions, though emotions play a part. I am speaking of a deeper sense, a knowing, an unshakable conviction. It is the difference between saying I am successful and knowing in the very core of your being, I am successful. This feeling, conviction, is not something you can fake or force. It arises naturally when you have successfully impressed your I am statement upon your subconscious mind. This is why the repeated use of your imagination is so crucial. Each time you declare your statement and step into the feeling of it fulfilled, you are deepening this impression. Think of it like wearing a groove in a record. The first time you play the record, the needle may skip and jump. But with repeated plays, the groove deepens and the music plays smoothly. Similarly, as you repeat your I am statement and imaginal act, the feeling becomes more natural, more habitual. It becomes your dominant state. This is the state from which creation occurs. When you can maintain this feeling conviction throughout your day, when it becomes as natural as breathing, you have mastered the art of conscious creation through the power of I am. Your outer world has no choice but to conform to this inner state. But what of those moments when doubt creeps in? When fear arises? When the old patterns of thought and feeling try to reassert themselves? These moments are inevitable, especially in the beginning of your practice. Do not be discouraged by them. Instead, see them as opportunities to strengthen your new assumption. When doubt arises, do not fight it. Fighting against a thought only gives it more power. Instead, gently but firmly return to your I am statement and the feeling of it fulfilled. Remind yourself that what you see around you is the past. Your new statement, your new feeling is creating your future. This brings us to another crucial aspect of using the power of I am, the concept of living in the end. Living in the end means assuming the feeling of your words fulfilled in your day-to-day life. It's not enough to declare your I am statement for a few minutes each day and then return to your old patterns of thought and feeling. You must carry the feeling of your words fulfilled with you throughout your day. This doesn't mean you deny your current circumstances. Rather, you acknowledge them briefly, then immediately return to the feeling of your I am statement fulfilled. You live from the assumption that what you have declared is already true. For example, if your statement is I am abundantly wealthy, you would feel the security, freedom, and joy of wealth as you go about your day. When you make purchases, you would feel the ease and confidence of someone who has more than enough. When you interact with others, you would carry yourself with the assurance of a wealthy person. Living in the end requires a shift in your entire way of being. It's not about pretending or play acting. It's about genuinely assuming a new state of consciousness. When you do this effectively, you'll find that your actions naturally align with your assumed state, accelerating the manifestation process. Now, let us address the role of action in using the power of I am. Some people mistakenly believe that manifesting means they can simply declare their I am statement and then sit back and wait for their desires to magically appear. This is not the case. Using the power of I am does not negate action, it informs action. When you successfully impress your statement upon your subconscious mind, when you truly feel it as real, you will be inspired to take actions that align with this state. These actions will feel natural, even inevitable. They will not be driven by fear or lack, but will flow from your assumed state of fulfillment. This is a crucial distinction. When you take action from a place of lack, trying to get what you desire, you are actually affirming the assumption of not having it. But when you take action from the assumption of already being what your I am statement declares, you open yourself to infinite possibilities for its expression and expansion. So do not neglect action, but ensure that your actions are aligned with and flowing from your assumed state. Let your feeling guide your actions rather than hoping your actions will create the feeling. This alignment of inner state and outer action is key to manifesting anything you want. Now let us explore the concept of detachment in relation to using the power of I am. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care about your desire. Rather, it means you're not anxiously attached to seeing immediate results or figuring out how your desire will manifest. When you're truly living in the end, you can declare your I am statement and feel its reality without constantly looking for signs of its manifestation. You trust in the process, knowing that as you maintain the feeling of your words fulfilled, they must inevitably express themselves in your outer world. Detachment allows you to live in the present moment while holding your assumed state. It frees you from the anxiety and doubt that can slow down the manifestation process. It allows you to enjoy the journey of manifestation rather than being solely focused on the destination. Practice detachment by reminding yourself that your I am statement, imbued with feeling, is the reality. What you see in the outer world is just a shadow, a reflection of past assumptions. As you persist in your new assumption, this shadow must change to match the new reality you're imagining and feeling. Let us now address the importance of gratitude in using the power of I am. Gratitude is not just a pleasant emotion. It is a powerful creative force. When you feel genuinely grateful, you are affirming that you already have what you desire. This aligns perfectly with the principle of living in the end. Begin to cultivate an attitude of gratitude for your I am statement, even before you see it manifested in your physical reality. Be thankful for it as if it were already true. Feel appreciation for the abundance that surrounds you in all forms, the air you breathe, the sun that shines, the food you eat. As you practice gratitude, you are assuming the state of someone who has their I am statement fulfilled. This assumption, persistently held, must manifest in your outer world as the realization of your words. Now, let us explore the power of revision in using I am. Revision is not merely about changing your memories or rewriting your past. It is about recognizing that the past only exists in your mind, and therefore it can be changed in your mind. At the end of each day, take a few moments to review the events of your day. If there were any events that were not in alignment with your I am statement, revise them in your imagination. See them unfolding in a way that aligns with your words. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the fulfillment of this revised version of events. By doing this, you are not denying what physically happened. You are changing the impact of that event on your subconscious mind. You are impressing upon your subconscious a reality that aligns with your I am statement, rather than one that contradicts it. As you make this practice of revision a habit, you will find that your reactions to current events begin to change. You will become less reactive, more peaceful, more aligned with your desired states of being. This alignment accelerates the manifestation process. Let us now discuss the importance of persistence in using the power of I am. While we speak of manifesting anything you want, it's important to understand that the speed of manifestation can vary. Some desires may manifest almost instantly, while others may take more time to fully materialize in your physical reality. The key is to persist in your assumption, regardless of how long it seems to be taking. Remember, the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. If you waver in your assumption, if you lose faith in the process, you send mixed signals to your subconscious mind, which can slow down the manifestation process. Persistence doesn't mean forcing or struggling. It means consistently returning to your I am statement and the feeling of it fulfilled, even when the outer world seems to contradict it. It means choosing again and again to live from the end, to embody the state of your words realized. This persistence requires faith, not blind faith, but faith born of understanding. Understanding that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state, and that as you persist in your new assumption, your world must reshape itself to match it. Now let us address the role of self-concept in using the power of I am. Your self-concept, the beliefs you hold about who you are, is perhaps the most powerful factor in determining what you can manifest in your life. Many people struggle to manifest their desires because their self-concept contradicts what they're trying to achieve. They may declare, I am wealthy, but deep down they don't believe they're the kind of person who can be wealthy. They may state, I am loved, but fundamentally believe they're unworthy of love. To use the power of I am effectively, you must be willing to revise your self-concept. This involves not just declaring your I am statement, but truly feeling and being it as your core identity. It's not about creating a false image of yourself, but about recognizing and embracing your true limitless nature. Remember, at your core, you are pure consciousness. You are not defined by your past experiences, your current circumstances, or the opinions of others. You are the awareness in which all these things appear. And this awareness, your true self, is infinite in its potential. As you use your I am statements to assume your desired states, you are essentially recreating yourself. You are stepping into a new concept of self, a new understanding of who you are and what's possible for you. This revision of self-concept is crucial for using the power of I am effectively. As you align your self-concept with your desires, you remove the inner contradictions that can slow down the manifestation process. Now, let us explore the role of emotion in using the power of I am. Emotion is the fuel that powers your statements. It's not enough to merely say the words. You must feel them. When you combine your I am declaration with genuine emotion, you create a powerful impression on your subconscious mind. This is because your subconscious responds more strongly to feeling than to intellectual thought. The emotions you want to cultivate are those you would feel if your I am statement were already realized. If your statement is, I am wealthy, feel the security, the freedom, the joy that comes with financial abundance. If it's, I am loved, feel the love, the connection, the companionship. These emotions should be so real, so intense, that when you open your eyes and return to your present circumstances, you carry with you a sense of fulfillment, as if your words have already been realized. This emotional component is what distinguishes effective use of I am from mere positive affirmations or wishful thinking. When you can genuinely feel your words as an accomplished fact, You are impressing them upon your subconscious mind as a reality. Your subconscious then works tirelessly to bring this feeling into physical manifestation. As we near the conclusion of our exploration, remember this: the power to manifest anything you want lies within you. It resides in your ability to use these two simple words, I am, with understanding and feeling. The secret to manifestation is not determined by external factors, but by the intensity of your belief and the consistency of your practice. Go forth from here with this knowledge. Apply these principles in your daily life. Use your I am statements consciously and deliberately to create the reality you desire. Feel the truth of your words with every fiber of your being. Persist in this feeling, even when your senses deny it. For as you do, you are reshaping your entire world, manifesting your desires with a speed and precision that might seem miraculous to others. Remember, you are the operant power in your world. You are limited only by your ability to imagine and to feel the reality of your I am statements. Embrace this truth. Live from this understanding and watch as your world transforms around you, reflecting the newfound mastery of your creative power. Thank you. And may your journey of conscious creation through the power of I am be filled with joy, wonder, and the thrill of manifesting your deepest desires. Go now and create the life you've always dreamed of, for you are the master of your destiny, the author of your reality.